So first let's work on your vocabulary, and I want to introduce some expressions here for you. The first one, it's no use, or another one very similar is no good. That is very much like saying não adianta, pra quê? That's the idea here. Let's see some examples. There is nothing you can do about the situation, so it's no use worrying about it. Next one. It's no good trying to persuade me. You won't succeed. So that's the idea of não adianta. It's no good trying to persuade me. Persuade is persuadir. You won't succeed. Next expression is this one here. There is no point in, which is also under the same idea of não adianta. There is no point in having a car if you never use it. There was is the same thing, but in the past. There was no point in waiting any longer, so we went. Next one is it's not, or it is, worth. That's also like não adianta, but não adianta in the sense of não vale a pena. I live only a short walk from here, so it's not worth taking a taxi. It's not worth, like also não adianta, não vale a pena. It's not worth taking a taxi. It was so late when we got home. It wasn't worth going to bed because I would have to wake up very soon. So it was not worth, não adianta, não vale a pena. It was not worth going to bed. You can say a film is worth seeing, vale a pena assistir. A book is worth reading, vale a pena ler, etc. What was the film like? Was it worth seeing? Get the idea here? Valeu a pena? Was it worth? So what you do here is it was worth, but if it's a question, you must put, oh, this stay here. You must put this here. So was it worth seeing? I don't think newspapers are worth reading. Next one is difficulty. Have difficulty. We say have difficulty doing something and not have difficulty to do something. For example, I had difficulty finding a place to live. Did you have any difficulty getting a visa? People often have a great difficulty reading my writings. We usually say have difficulties, not have difficulties. So there is no plural here for have difficulties. I'm sure you have no difficulty passing the exam. You see, no plural. Not have no difficulties. Not plural. So one thing that you can notice in these expressions here is that não adianta, it's no use, it's no good, there is no pointing, it's not worth, have difficulty. Every time you use these expressions, the verb that follows must be gerund. Pay attention again. There is nothing you can do about the situation. It's no use worrying. It's no use worrying. It's no good trying. There is no point in having. There was no point in waiting. It's not worth taking a taxi. It's not worth going to bed. It's worth seeing. It's worth reading. So every time you use this expression, the verb must be gerund. We also use ing, the gerund, after a waste of money, a waste of time. For example, it was a waste of time, perda de tempo. It was a waste of time reading that book. It was rubbish. Rubbish is trash. It was a waste of money buying things. Perda de dinheiro. It was a waste of money buying things you don't need. Or spend time, waste time. He spent hours trying. So after spend or wasting, you use gerund. He spent hours trying to repair the clock. I waste a lot of time daydreaming. Daydreaming is sonhando acordado. And also when you use busy. She said she couldn't see me. She was too busy doing other things. So after busy, also use ing. Also, you go swimming and you go fishing. Vai nadar, vai pescar, go swimming, go fishing. For example, I'd like to go skiing. Another one. When did you last go shopping? Another one. I've never been sailing. We use go and ing for the verb for a number of activities, especially sports, like swimming, sailing, fishing, climbing, skiing, jogging, etc. You also go shopping and you go sightseeing. Sightseeing is when you visit a city that you don't know, or when you show someone the city that they don't know. You can also say come swimming, come skiing, for example. Why don't you come swimming with us? All right. In the description of the video, you have these pages here that I have in my hand. And then you have some exercises. Let me show it to you. The first one is complete the exercises. Complete the sentences like this. Shall we get a taxi home? No, it isn't far. It's not worth getting a taxi. If you need help, if you need help, why don't you ask Tom? It's no use asking him. He won't be able to help us. So you continue here. Also, you have this other exercise here that you have to make sentences using worth doing something or not worth, like vale a pena, não vale a pena. And also using sentences with difficulty. Remember, there is no plural. It's always difficulty. Always difficulty, even if it's plural. And then you complete the sentences like this. It's a waste of money buying things you don't need. Every morning I spend about an hour reading. You must put the ing because after waste or after spend, you always use ing. And also the last exercise here, you complete sentences with one of the following verb in the correct sentences. So you have the verbs here and you use the verbs in this 5 exercise. It's not difficult. Do it.